graphic designer, you're just kind of swimming in this like void. Because it's really easy to make things look cool. Like it's really, really easy. I see cool stuff every day, you know? And so it becomes uninteresting. I think anybody who's a graphic designer, it's like you spend so much time like making stuff, and like you'll have like 10 roughs for something and they just disappear. And they're of no use to you. They're no use to the client, and it's just waste. Grand Royal Magazine was like really fun, and it was like a great experience, but it was really a lot of work. I wasn't good at laying out a magazine. So it's kind of like taking that moment to, you know, decide like what are you good at and what do you want to do. I kind of deal in icons. It's like interesting, the Yeti like fits the bill. Like I've done, you know, so many different kind of Yeti, Bigfoot graphics, and you can really reduce them to like almost nothing, or to be like a detailed drawing. You know, I try to draw people in by using recognizable, you know, images or, you know, shapes or whatever, and then like twisting it or playing on perception. I find myself in places where either nobody has a stash or everyone has a stash. Humor is like, it's like the most solid form of content. Humor travels fast and easily, you know? It's a great way to like kind of have people experience what you're doing, or to get across an idea. And it's like a game, you know, like can you make like someone laugh at a logo? Try to create work that is personal. And so then people come to you for something they saw. That thing usually like you have some relationship with. So you can like expand on that relationship you had with that thing already in this new project. When I grew up, all the dudes were like metal dudes. I knew the sound of a Camaro meant trouble. You'd hear like, you know, you'd hear a hot rod and you knew to just get off a skateboard and head for the shadows because someone's gonna throw a beer bottle at you. You know, they're extinct now. Like I go back and those guys, they're like wearing FUBU. They're still probably throwing beer bottles at skaters, but it's different. found like a whole PA system when I was a kid in the woods. It had like spray painted on the side, like from some church, like obviously some like banger had like worked out a way to steal the church PA system, and he didn't know what to do, so he hid it in the woods, you know? It's so awesome. I still have a relationship with forests, and definitely like part of it is like a place where there were parties and there was creepy guys and creepy stuff going on. You'd be like nature walk, and then next minute you like stumble across like a patch that's just cigarette butts and beer bottles, and you know, like, oh, this is like where, you know, stuff goes down. All that work is kind of coming out of art shows I did. The art shows are tricky because they're totally graphic design, but I don't want them to be graphics shows, I want them to be art shows. I'll use like a design process, like I'll take an idea and it'll be a personal idea. Like I'll use like, you know, a Yeti or something to like kind of talk about some idea I have in my head, and maybe it's like about growing up. If I'm communicating something to people with graphic imagery, which is appealing to people because they can read it, it's like then behind that, I want it to be kind of rewarding in that I put something into it, you know, that's personal. Getting to this like place where the project dissolves into pieces. Like like if it's a project for somebody, not for myself, it's like, who are they? What are they thinking? I'm doing this usually through drawing or writing. So I'll just start writing, drawing, and then it's like pulling in an element, you know, from somewhere totally foreign, and like using that, like something from nowhere that has nothing to do with any of it, and then using that to like, what is that about? Or some other project, like what can I take that and use that and expand from there? Like I have like piles of sketchbooks. I can kind of go through with something that failed that I wasn't able to achieve in one project, and I can kind of take a similar approach or pull like a word that like inspires me to move on to a video project or a title sequence or something. It kind of keeps your brain like working in a path. You know, it's back to like you're not just abandoning ideas, you're like working through them and kind of taking something that was maybe abandoned and making it better.